My gosh, YouTube, you are so bad. It's so bad, folks, that just so you guys will see. Anyway, I guess we'll do it right now. I'm not sure, to be honest with you all, what the heck is going on with you. I'm not sure why YouTube is acting like that. So anyway, name is Shaked Bartal, Sports Guy Show, and I'm supposed to be live talking to you all. This is scary. This is freaking scary. And I got to be honest with you all. I am not sure what the heck YouTube did. Because thing is, my phone is an auto rotate. But oh,
I didn't know what time you were going on. I just figured I'd talk to you when I could have a chance.
yeah, I mean YouTube. I'm blaming Tyler Moten because this never happened before. This never happened before, and I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything, and my phone is set for rotation to auto rotate. But if I show you my face, this is this is how bad it looks. So
Yeah, you got.
Tyler Moten, look what you did to my phone. Look what you did to my phone, Tyler Moten. This is scary.
Mm-hmm. It is scary. It's scary every time we take the field because you never know what you're going to get. And chances are, it's like showing up for work, but you only have to show up in the third quarter. I
I know
mean,
my out.
I think everybody. I think Dave Canales. I think everyone deserves to get ribbed, roasted, and toasted,
Well, Bond
except
disagrees.
ex, except for Bryce Young. And I gotta say that to finish my statement, Shaked, to finish my statement, I thought Bryce Young showed a lot of heart, doing really good work behind what proved to be, an inconsistent, just like the play calling and the officiating, inconsistent offensive line play. And I thought Bryce threw some really great balls, and I thought Canales had a great play call to go back to Renfro. That's when it was like we're really like laying it on. I mean, they showed you the potential. I know we're 0-2, but I gotta tell you, man, it's not as bad as if we just continue to get boat raced. I thought we were getting boat raced, and all of a sudden we weren't.
Yeah, I
And what?
mean, sorry,
I
Bond.
mean, no, no. One last thing that I got to say, and then sorry, but you got to let Bryce kind of call the plays. I'm really tired of Dave's play calling. I think give it to Brad Isaac. Let Bryce call it. It's not a big playbook. Let him control this offense. And T Mac is just sensational. I mean, you just feed him like it's out of style. The one throw late in the game that Bryce really missed was when it was really hard to turn your head to see Chuba Hubbard open in the flat. But I mean, other than that, I thought Bryce really showed some heart in coming back in that game.
Yeah, so you make a great point. As always, guys, smash the like button, subscribe, and turn the bell notification. Let's help this channel more. So now that I'm done with my advertisement, I mean, Bryce, outside of the two turnovers, he played like a franchise quarterback. I know on your station on WFNC, on your station, Bull, there are fans for ripping Bryce off. They, there is nothing they can do starting tomorrow that they can say is not a franchise quarterback. Because outside of those two early turnovers, which in my opinion, and I told Bull and Joey Burrow in a private message that we have, that the offensive line played like garbage because they did. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Bryce had a turnover. Yes, he had a fumble. But the bottom line, those two turnovers does not happen. The interception does not happen if the offensive line protects Bryce. So here's the deal. Bryce is a franchise quarterback. And I'm proud.
Yes.
I'm proud that they played because I literally was going to rip them off and said everyone should get fired. And we think Canales should get fired. I really believe that. And I like Dave Canales. But
Not yet. Not yet. I think he's on notice, Shaked. I think he's on notice. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
sure, it's okay. I mean, Tyler Moulton cut me off. I mean, he just gave us. This is why my phone is acting up because I'll be honest with you, it never happened before. So Tyler Moulton, Nick Scott, Jero Vero, you're responsible for how bad my phone is acting right now. And you, but
Fair enough.
yeah, they're all to blame. But I mean, I'm proud that they played tough because let's be honest, at one point it was 27-3 and the game was out of hand and they made a great comeback. Tyler Moulton should have not given up the sack. Should have not given up that sack. That is unacceptable. Unfortunately, we are stuck with him for good or for bad. And yeah, overall in his career, he was very good. But you cannot give up the sack, especially to a 38-year-old Calais Campbell. And the thing is, last week you joined me there, and we were pissed off, and you said that team was terrible. Today, right after playing, we are the best 0-2 teams in the NFL. I mean, the Giants took the Cowboys to overtime, but in a way, we might be the best. And the Saints came up close against the 49ers, but I think in a way, we might be. I know because probably boys talking on the background, talking to Smoke Logic, right by Ryan. But but
Is it my fault?
yeah, I think it's fine.
Is there a way that I can mute myself?
Yeah, I
I
think.
found it. I found it.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you. No, but what I was saying is, we. I mean, they show us some flash. They showed us some flash today that they can be a very good team. They really did because they come back. The defense wasn't bad. It was okay. But what upset me, they really didn't play with a lack of urgency. Yeah, like and Bo was speaking to Smoke Ludwig from WFNZ. He's speaking to Evan Smoke Ludwig from FNZ on the text line, going back and forth. But so they didn't play with lack of they didn't play with urgency. And my grade for Bryce is A minus. So all the questions is, do we have a franchise quarterback or we not? We have a franchise quarterback. Do we have great wide receivers? We do. I mean, T-Mac is the real deal. Leggett, I'm not sure. Renfro is great. He came back. Bryson Terrain even made a couple of good catches, but I'm pissed off at the O line and lack of urgency because we should have won the game. We should have also lost in a blowout. My opinion, Dave Canales is very lucky I'm not David Tepper because if I was David Tepper, I would have told Canales, listen, you're a good guy. We can have a beer afterward, even though I don't drink beers. But I'm sorry, Dave. You're not the right coach for this job, and you're fired as Bo finishing speaking with Smoke Ludwig. So we'll let Bo get on the air again. Yeah, he did. He played left, actually.
I appreciate Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. He's made some really good points. Didn't even think about the fact that audio could have been affected through. I mean, they got
Yeah.
the speakers blasting out here. But anyway, to get back to,
Tyler Moulton did it. Tyler Moulton just did it. Nick Scott, Vero Vero, down to blame for this book. You have excuse.
I thought we were saying, what is it? Anthony Levitt? Is it Levitt? Like Gordon Joseph? Listen, we've got issues on this team, but Bryce Young is far from the reason. I know that was a terrible, like, it just happens. He's going to learn at some point. This guy has won a Heisman and went all the way to Alabama from California to go do that. And I'm not some Bryce Young fanboy. I'm not kissing up and anything. I'm just telling you that regardless of the fact that, yes, it was beautiful when we had Cam Newton and nobody could come up the middle like that and you'd never have to worry about the ball getting knocked out. You'd never have to worry about the ball getting split out on the floor. Okay, but I'm willing to tell you that Bryce Young makes up for it with the way that he commands an offense. So if the offensive line can do their job, which Cade Mays, I got to tell you, and Shaquette, I felt dirty. I felt like I needed to take a shower the way that I felt when I saw Corbett went down. I got to tell you, I felt, and then I found out that he was, I mean, he was crying on the phone from what Willie P said in his post game show that he was having a hard time. So it sounded like it's a very serious injury. So once again, I felt like trash feeling with the way that I felt like Cade Mays is the future, just like Ransom is, just like Princely. I thought Princely flashed. Just keep playing the young guys. If we're supposed to be this developmental football team, then I'm going to need to show that you guys believe in that. Otherwise, are we just a Bryce Young evaluation team because everyone's jobs are safe? And so we're just going to you know, be that team that we're not. But I got to tell you, I really, really was inspired with the way that Bryce, slinged it and threw the rock around. And like I said, he missed that one where Chuba was wide open. Other than that, I thought he really did. He showed a lot of heart. I'm going to give the defense a little bit of credit considering that the entire NFL is made to be set up against their deck. They're playing in a poker game where that it'd be a lot better if I was playing in the house game. They're not the house. So we don't get the benefit of the doubt on any holding calls. We don't get the benefit of the doubt on any actual egregious missed PI calls. I don't think the NFL could actually tell you what a PI call is because their inconsistency on the way that they officiate it is egregious. And so that's frustrating. So yeah, it all surmounted up and it snowballed and it got out of control and we all watched it and everyone made their own evaluations and that's fine. I'm never going to think of a fan, oh, I'm not going to, I'm listening to everybody. But at the same time, you're not coming away from this game thinking that I'm done with Bryce Young. Nope. Nope. No. Nope.
Right. Yes, yes. I mean, what is yes? Your best friend Kyle Bailey the other day had questions about whether Bryce is the right quarterback or not. A couple of days ago on the show, I think Bryce is our franchise quarterback. No, I agree. He lost the ball twice, but here's the deal: how we overcome it? Show is the franchise because let's be honest. Last year, the previous year, he would have had turnovers and he would have been terrible. He would have played really bad. And today, after the two turnovers, he was fantastic. He was phenomenal. In a way, today was the career career game in Carolina Panthers history for Bryce Young. Yes, we lost, but he was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. As far as the officials goes, I think they were inconsistent, to be honest with you all. Yeah, we got some calls. They got some calls. And I mean, the defense, in my opinion, was okay today. I mean, we did a good job stopping the run of the Cardinals. James Conner, who is underrated, didn't have a good game overall. Kyler Murray outside of the one big
Hey,
run.
hey, hold on 1 second. Shout out to Ken88. I thought he made a great point saying Bryce lost the ball twice, but he showed he can overcome. I thought that if we're a developmental football team, that is improvement. And so Well, I'm not leaving this game anyway, Shaked. You know, sorry.
Right. No, I mean, we are leaving this game being pissed off that we didn't have sense of urgency early on. We are leaving this game that we played flat. We are leaving this game that we are 0-2. But honestly, last week I felt more negative about this team. Today, I'm feeling like heartbroken because I feel like, oh my gosh, they are so close to being a good team. They just need to understand how to finish a game, how to, I mean, talking about not sense of urgency. A minute 45 left in the first half. We have three timeout. We have to ball it our own 15-yard line. Yeah, I understand there was a penalty that pushed us back to the 15. But why not? Air the ball. Three timeout, minute 45. And instead, you run it to Chuba. And then incomplete. And then JT Sanders took his time. He literally, Javante Sanders, he took his time. Instead of getting back to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball, he took his time, which the referee had a chance to review it. Incomplete. And the punt, the Cardinals got a great job on the punt return. And the defense, I'm sorry, you cannot give up a touchdown in that situation. That was inexcusable, unacceptable. But so their negativity, the 0-2 is negativity, the two turnovers is negativity. But honestly, as crazy as it might be, there is more positive to take from this game than last week. Much, much more positive. And the biggest takeaway, we have our franchise quarterback at Bryce Young. We have our franchise quarterback. The question is,
You know ball, my friend. I'm sorry, but Shaked, you're preaching to the choir. And listen, the thing is, we're sickos because we have our fan base that just hate Bryce for whatever reason, so they can't see the things that now, granted, Cam can hold on to a football way better than Bryce. Cam protect, but Bryce throws dimes. He throws very catchable balls. It's not his fault that. Oh, I'm about to say some things, Shaked. I'm going to go ahead because I'm not a firm believer in writing someone off in their second year, but every drive that got stopped was because we were trying to feed the ball to Xavier Legette, and it pissed me off, man.
right, but I mean, here's the deal. Some players, Bo, take longer to develop. Just because he was a first round pick doesn't mean he was ready. The same time, T Mac, even though everyone knew he's a great catching the ball, remember there were red flags about him, that he doesn't tape and all of that. And T Mac might win the Offense Player of the Year award, or he's going to be in the running. Typically, wideout doesn't win it as a rookie, but he has a chance. I mean, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. And also, Hunter Renfro, last week he was bad. Today
I
was
gotta
great.
stop you right there, Shaked. That's Rimbo. We call him Rimbo. Hunter Rimbo. Sorry.
Hunter Tiger. Hunter Tiger.
He's the only Clemson guy I like. I gotta tell you, I love that guy, and I have no reason to love him, but I love that Hunter Renfro. The way they went back to him when I thought he got in, but he didn't. But then they went back to him on that great play call that Canales. That was when we were really having fun. We were having fun, and we were playing complimentary football.
And it doesn't matter now, but I honestly, and I mentioned it to Bourne and Joey Burrow in our private messages on X. You're down by 12. You're down by 12. Why are you going for two? Why are you going for two? Because here's the deal. If
Because
you,
uh, I don't know, man. What? Sorry, what's your argument?
my argument, you're down by 12. You kick the extra point, you're down by 11.
So you're just kicking the can down by the road, and in this case, you know you're going to eventually have to go by two. Might as well go while the grease is hot. That's just my point. So
No, you don't.
I didn't have a problem with that.
But here's the deal. If
Nothing
we,
compared to the play calling that Dave Canales, because I don't think Dave Canales' play calling was it at all. I didn't think that it looked like a guy that I want to see what Brad Isaac has to do. I want to see Bryce Young call his own play calls. I want to see anything other than Dave Canales besides that one Hunter Renfro going back to him in the end zone. Besides that, I got to tell you, you might as well just go right back to T Mac because I saw way too much Xavier Leggett play calls.
No, you're right, Bo. But hindsight 2020. Okay? Let's say,
I,
Bo,
you're right. I agree. You're
no,
100%.
no,
I right. You're right.
thank you. Thank you. Just a second, please. Let's say one of the 2 point conversion attempt, they're successful. Or let's say they don't go for two. They don't go for two. They get the two. They get the 2 point. Then all of a sudden it's 27-24, and we send this game to overtime. We send this game to overtime. So I'm sure at the time they didn't think about it, but we we basically we basically screwed ourselves by going twice for the 2 point conversion, because if we make it once, we go to overtime. If we make the 1 point, if we make the 1 point in each opportunity, each try, we go into overtime. So not converting on both of the 2 point plays basically was the game, because we were in field goal range. I believe they sack us at around the 30-yard line, give or take. So we were in field goal range. So so I think Canales over complicated it, overthink about it, because you don't go for two, and then I mean, and they made the second 2 point attempt. This game would have went to overtime. This game would have went to overtime. And as a final point, Bo, you mentioned about the Rambo Tigers Renfro play that you thought he went in. In my opinion, in that particular situation, drive, I thought they should have went in a hurry up mode. Because here's the deal. If we score a touchdown, we don't kick an onside kick. We don't kick an onside kick. If we score before the 2 minute warning, we don't kick an onside kick. Maybe we get an even better field position.
I got you. I got you. But at the same time, I'm looking at this game, and these are just like Bryce Young criticisms. This is kind of like we're being extra picky with Dave Canales. I mean, it was a luxury to be in that situation. Let's face it. It's the not showing up prepared, ready to play real football. We don't show up like we're actually serious about. Like we look very like timid, like we're just trying to like slowly catch up to what the pace of the game is, and it's like, well, I got to tell you, it's a lot quicker than the way you guys are playing right now. It's like, is Nick Scott back there having communication where it's like, wow, what a great communicator. And yet nobody's ready to go and hit someone. I was looking at the defense today, seeing who's going to light someone up, who's going to put someone in the blue tent. And I saw some plays later in the game. I saw some good stops, but at the same time, we I know it's an offensive league, and I know we loaded up on this offensive line and these guys, and we're gonna probably swing and see what happens with. We'll see what happens with Excel. We'll see what happens. I'm rooting for the guy. Nobody wants to be more wrong than Smoke Ludwig because apparently his agenda now is anti Leggett, which I don't blame him. I don't blame Kyle Bailey. I don't blame anybody that wants to give this guy some constructive criticism because he's warranted all of it. But at the same time, just like Bryce Young wasn't the problem for everything that happened, Xavier Leggett wasn't the problem for everything. There was a little part in everything to deal with this. And it starts back to, did you play enough reps in preseason? Did you put too much emphasis? I don't care how cool your joint practice looks. You're not playing underneath, you know, fans. You're not playing underneath fans. You got to feel the environment, and Arizona's not even a real stadium. That place looked bleak. Every time they panned to a place in the stadium, it showed a Panthers fan. So Arizona fans aren't even. We travel West Coast. That's fine, but and yes, we got bailed the hell back into that game. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, we were really close to playing complimentary football. And I don't think there's a reason to be out on this team or out on this quarterback or out on a lot of different things. But everybody's on notice. Everybody, including Bryce, including Xavier Avero, including Dave Canales, including Dan Morgan. Everybody's on notice. I wave
Right.
Dave Tepper. I wave Dave Tepper because I think Tepper's just kind of chilled and just wants to have a Monday meeting. He just wants to talk to the coach like you own the team. Like he earned the right to ask the coach a couple questions on Monday. So I'm not looking at Dave Tepper like this is his fault.
Right. Make great point. It's the late Dennis Green used to say about the Bears after the Cardinals lost in Monday night football. The Bears are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. If you want to crown them, then crown them. The Carolina Panthers are who we thought they were. If you want to crown them, and we let them off the hook. That is the thing. That is the thing. And out of curiosity, I know, Bo, before the season started, you said this team, I believe, was starting win. I don't. After being 0-2, what is your highest feelings that they
She can't. She can't. She can't. I gotta tell you, I had that post where I wanted because I wanted to be funny. I thought I got the invite to go on the Panthers roundtable, and so I thought it'd be funny if I just kind of stuck to my guns. I actually
you
didn't have anything to say, and they were like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Can you hear me well?" And it's like, this guy's such a noob. Like, what are they? Bro, start talking.
you
But the
are
whole
you are not
the,
like Willie P. You are not like Willie P. Who 2 years ago predicted the Super Bowl, 12 wins, and all of that.
listen, out of all the problems on this team, Willie P is he's not the oh. I love me some Willie. He's done a great job. And I don't know if you've listened to these post game shows, but him and
No,
Smoke have been a really fun team to listen to. They've been awesome.
no, I don't listen to your station, Bo. I don't listen to your station. Sorry, they don't pay me to listen to your station. But anyway, what is realistically
Not everybody can get the bag. Sometimes you just got to be a fan. But I get that you have your own content, and I appreciate your content. You do a great job. I appreciate you
thank
tagging me and keeping me involved. I think you do a great job, Shakad, and you really do know ball. So you know,
thank appreciate you always coming on and looking forward to you plugging the show and your with your friend at WFNC. So let them know who
you've
Shaked
seen my
Barton.
Shakad. Come on, you've seen Sports Guy Show. You've seen my content. It is I play music and go with the vibe, and I
No, no,
expect that.
exactly. Since you're basically an host with WFNC, you should promote my content whenever you talk to KB and all of that. But anyway, Bob,
You keep on having me the honor to join your show, and I will always promote your content.
thank you, I appreciate it. So I would be looking tomorrow, listening on to FNZ, and hopefully you will mention something. Check out Shaquille Barton, Sports Guy Show, die out enthusiastic Panthers, die out fan. But what is the ceiling, the highest you think they can win, the lowest that they will?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Sure, Bo. What is the highest victory win total for this season being 0-2, lowest win total for this team? And then another question, do you think Canales and Evero survive this season?
It's too early for the latter. I think it's too early for the latter. I will say, if I was a hedging bet guy, I have a very hard time seeing EJ making it through this season. If I was placing a bet on that, I think that Canales is smart, right? I think that we like having smart guys, in that locker room. I think Bryce is smart. I think that you got a lot of smart guys that although they might miss some things, they might do things that make you want to, hurt yourself. They actually you can see that there's some adjustments they're trying to make. Now here's the thing. We've only gone 2 games into the season. We finally get to play at home in front of our fans. We're going to need the fans to step up in a huge way and be like excited for the fact that a future potential, I will say potential franchise quarterback showed you reasons that he's got heart and that he can put balls on dots and sling it around. Because I got to tell you, there was a lot of things that went wrong in that game, but I didn't leave it thinking, if Bryce Young didn't shoot us in the foot with the 2 turnovers at the beginning, it's like, no, those turnovers didn't help. But he did show some heart, and it is early in the season, and a player is only good as his coaching. and this coaching has got all kinds of questions.
Right. The Panthers better win next week because it's my 21st birthday. So they better win next week because they need to win on my birthday. I don't know if they will. I mean, we're playing against the Falcon, Michael Penis Jr., Jalen Walker, James Hills Jr., against the dirty, disgusting, bold Falcons and Nate Wimberly. So this is a rivalry game for us. We need to win it. I mean, we start 0-3, people will get fired.
Hey,
But
hey, listen. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Shakeb, but I thought Sam Mason in the chat here made a really good point. Let's be serious. And we are trying to be serious. That's what we try to do when we give our sports opinions. Let's be serious. If the Panthers can get right immediately, they can rip off 3 games in a row schedule wise. And I couldn't agree more. But you sound like a sicko and you sound like a masochist, like us Panthers fans, if we start to have that much hope. But I got to tell you, man, that I'm in. I agree. I completely agree.
just a second, Bo. I'm pretty sure Sam Mason is actually a Steelers fan. I could be mistaken, but in the past he mentioned he liked the Steelers, so he might be a Steelers fan. But you're right, but
I
here's
don't
the
care if he's being sarcastic. It's a great point. He's right. He's right.
You're right, but no game is a cakewalk. I mean, coming to the season, we thought we would beat the Jags because whenever we beat the Jags, we go to the Super Bowl. We also thought we would beat the Cardinals because we own the Cardinals. I mean, we can literally win 1 game, 2 games, or we can win all the suddenly 10 games and make the playoff. I mean, speaking of teams that are terrible so far, the Bears gave up 52 points today. 52 points, folks. The Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson, everyone said Ben Johnson is the next Vince Lombardi and you cannot miss him. And it's the greatest coach of our generation. He might be a good coach, but he gave up 52 points. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. As I see, there is a party in Dallas, probably because the Cowboys won in overtime 41-38 over the Giants. But
Shaked, what we got? It's 30 minutes in. I say let's make our last statements, and then we want to wrap it up.
yeah, yeah. Because, like,
I'll go first, and then let you have the last word, if that's cool.
sure, absolutely.
Um, I think that you make really good points, Shaked, to where I'm going to give you your flowers here. When I first started following you, I thought I was like, man, who is this? Like, who is this guy? And then you start listening to you, and you realize, there's a lot of humanity in the way that you talk, and the way that you represent yourself, and the way that you represent, your brand, the Panthers, and all of us humans. And so, I go back to what happened this week, and people had a lot of things to react about stuff, but I don't think it takes away from I don't care where your politics are or what, I'm not saying you, Shikat, I'm saying like other people, but you got to see things and look at things and realize that, hey, if this isn't a wake up call for our country to start listening and having respect for even people that you don't even know that well, but you do know, and then you start to listen and you know them better, just keep listening because I guarantee you someone's making a point out there that you wish you would have made.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I mean, whenever I talk about politics, which I don't talk about politics because I believe it's a divide. I don't talk about politics on my channel because it's a dividing issue. But in my opinion, if you talk about politics, it's okay to hear from the other side. I have people that I completely disagree with, but yet I have respect for them. So bottom line, we should have respect for one another. Understand whether you agree or disagree. It's okay. It's okay. That what makes us humane. That you might have an opinion that you agree with. You might have opinions that you disagree with. Of course, you should never, under any circumstance, resort into violence. You should never, under any circumstance, celebrate someone getting murdered and all of that. It's not okay. It's totally not okay, and regardless of the political opinion. And we should listen to one another. And the same applies for sport. The same concept applies for sport because sometimes we can attack one another for sport opinion. So let's, as society, be respectful for one another. Letting society understand it's okay to have total different opinions. And honestly, dialogue is what makes us great. Respectful dialogue is what makes us not just American, but in general, in society. So it's okay to have disagreement. Don't ever use violence. It's not okay. It's unacceptable. It's not cool. Don't ever celebrate someone getting murdered, even if you don't like that person. Don't, don't. Let's
Well
respect.
said. Well said. Well said. And I'll go ahead and make the last point on top of that. Just the Panthers don't give up hope. I think there's a lot of things to see and a lot of hope to have. So I know that we're going to be critical and we're all going to make our snarky comments and we're all going to be on. But let's also say that hey, we might have a franchise quarterback if he would stop turning the ball over. And if he could have decent play calls and just be given the king, give him the rings to the castle. It's not a deep playbook. Let him feel his own groove. This is a guy that he does best when he's left the fuck alone sometimes.
Well, you're absolutely. Gosh, this is not what I wanted.